Philippine Constitutions, General Information and Events, Directions. Choose the letter that corresponds to the answer that will make each statement correct. Let's get started.
The members of the lower house are: A. Elected by region and by party list. B. Elected by region and appointed by the President. C. Elected by district and party list. D. Elected by district and appointed by the Senators.
The correct answer is
C. Elected by district and party list. The House of Representatives shall be composed of not more than 250 members, unless otherwise fixed by law, who shall be elected from legislative districts apportioned among the provinces, cities, and the metropolitan Manila area in accordance with the number of their respective inhabitants, and on the basis of a uniform and progressive ratio, and those who, as provided by law, shall be elected through a party list system of registered national, regional, and sectoral parties or organizations. The Supreme Court is composed of: A. A Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. B. 2 Chief Justices and 14 Associate Justices. C. A Chief Justice and 12 Associate Justices. D. A Chief Justice and an indefinite number of Associate Justices.
The correct answer is
A. A Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. The Supreme Court shall be composed of a Chief Justice and 14 Associate Justices. It may sit en banc or in its discretion, in divisions of 3, 5, or 7 members. Any vacancy shall be filled within 90 days from the occurrence thereof. A member of the Supreme Court: A. Must have been for 15 years or more, a judge of a lower court. B. Must have been for 10 years, a judge of the Court of Appeals. C. May not be a member of the Philippine Bar. D. May be a naturalized citizen.
The correct answer is
A. Must have been for 15 years or more, a judge of a lower court. No person shall be appointed member of the Supreme Court or any lower collegiate court unless he is a natural-born citizen of the Philippines. A member of the Supreme Court must be at least 40 years of age, and must have been for 15 years or more a judge of a lower court or engaged in the practice of law in the Philippines. Which of the following shows the transfer of power should the President be incapable of discharging his duties? A. President, Vice President, Senate President, House Speaker. B. President, Vice President, Chief Justice, Senate President. C. President, Vice President, Chief Justice, House Speaker. D. President, Vice President, House Speaker, Senate President.
The correct answer is
A. President, Vice President, Senate President, House Speaker. The current line of succession to the office of the President of the Philippines is specified by the 1987 Constitution. The line of presidential succession follows the order of Vice President, President of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives. Which of the following may disqualify a person from running for presidency? A. He is 60 years old on the day of the election. B. He lived abroad 5 years preceding the election. C. He has Filipino parents but was born in the United States. D. He is a registered voter.
The correct answer is
B. He lived abroad 5 years preceding the election. No person may be elected president unless he is a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, a registered voter, able to read and write, at least 40 years of age on the day of the election, and a resident of the Philippines for at least 10 years immediately preceding such election. The legislative power of the government shall be vested in the A. President, B. Congress, C. Supreme Court, D. All of the above.
The correct answer is
B. Congress. The legislative power shall be vested in the Congress of the Philippines, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives, except to the extent reserved to the people by the provision on initiative and referendum. What government agency thus the status of government employee in the free voluntary services belong? A. Municipal, B. Regional, C. Barangay, D. National.
The correct answer is
C. Barangay. Which is not a ground for impeachment of the President, Vice President, Ombudsman, and Senator. A. Graft and corruption, B. Sexual harassment, C. Grave abuse of the authority, D. Against the family if the child scolded by the parents.
The correct answer is
D. Against the family if the child scolded by the parents. The President, the Vice President, the members of the Supreme Court, the members of the Constitutional Commissions, and the Ombudsman may be removed from office, on impeachment for, and conviction of, culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, or betrayal of public trust. All other public officers and employees may be removed from office as provided by law, but not by impeachment. Which of the following is a constitutional commission? A. Commission of Human Rights, B. Philippine Commission on Good Government, C. Civil Service Commission, D. Commission on Natural Resources.
The correct answer is
C. Civil Service Commission. The constitutional commissions, which shall be independent, are the Civil Service Commission, the Commission on Elections, and the Commission on Audit. What branch of government has the sole right to initiate all cases of impeachment? A. Senate, B. Commission of Election, C. House of Representative, D. Judiciary.
The correct answer is
C. House of Representative. The House of Representatives shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment.
Thank you for watching. Comment down below how many correct answers you got. Please follow us for more updates and videos.